The Patriots place Josh Gordon on IR. Could he soon be out of New England? I'm Alex Barth. This is the Patriots Press Pass. And again, the breaking news late Wednesday afternoon, Josh Gordon has been placed on injured reserve by the New England Patriots due to a couple of bone bruises in his knee that actually predate the injury that's held him out against the Giants. So to go back through the timeline, Gordon had been dinged up, some minor things here and there. Against the New York Giants on Thursday night 2 weeks ago, Gordon chases down a player after he had recovered a fumble, goes to make the tackle, gets his leg pinned under him. It looked ugly at the time. I thought he was possibly heading for IR at the time. But even though he's been out of practice the last week, it was not due to that injury. It was due to a couple of bone bruises on his knee that happened a few weeks prior. So again, Gordon now to IR, and the reports coming from multiple sources that he could be cut. Gordon apparently had been telling people that he was about ready to come back. He was about 100%, expected to return with the Patriots. Now that will not happen. And it comes at a very interesting time. The Patriots have just traded for Mohamed Sanu. They are on the verge of bringing back N'Keal Harry from IR. They can do that after the Browns game. He would be eligible at the earliest for the Ravens game next week. So why cut Gordon and not just leave him on IR? That's the question we're having right now. Perhaps they felt he'd been buried in the depth chart, and well, I'm not totally sure that's the case. This is a very positive sign that the Patriots are very confident that both Mohamed Sanu and N'Keal Harry can jump right into the offense and pick up and contribute right away. Other issues with Gordon, there is always the looming question of if it was a substance issue potentially. But again, he's been saying that he planned on getting back on the field. He was feeling good. He would be ready to go. But again, Gordon on IR, and sounds like he's going to be released. Sounds like he won't be with the Patriots going forward. He was in the last year of his contract. So if he does sign, pending a release, this is it for Josh Gordon with the Patriots, at least for now, at least for 2019. We'll see what his market looks like in the spring of 2020. The guy that I look at here is actually somebody the Patriots have signed, and that's Demaryius Thomas. And the Patriots contract they gave him last season. Now, ultimately, as we know, it didn't work out between Thomas and the Patriots. But you look at that contract, Thomas was 31 years old at the time. Gordon will be 29 for free agency this year. He was coming off of a lower body, a leg injury. It was a little more serious than what Gordon's dealing with. That's still the case. And there were some other issues looming over him. He had some legal issues going on at the time, although he had been an all-pro wide receiver in the past, similar to Gordon. So if you look at that contract, it was 1 year, $6 million, $3 million guaranteed. That may be the market for Josh Gordon, pending anything else coming out about this story this summer. And that seems to me, again, this is a long way ahead. I'm really picking off the future here, and a lot can change between now and then. But if that's the kind of contract the Patriots gave Demaryius Thomas, I can't see a reason why they wouldn't give it to Josh Gordon, and I think that would be about the market. This edition of the Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by Keeps.com. To take the first steps against hair loss, visit Keeps.com/garden. That's KEEPS.com/garden for your first month free. So we talked about the potential future for Josh Gordon, what this means for him. Again, will he be released? Will there be a market for him? Will he play again in the NFL this year? And then again going forward. But where does this leave the Patriots? Just resetting the wide receiver depth chart real quick. Of course, you have Julian Edelman at the top. He was limited again today in practice. He is still dealing with the rib injury, but all indications are that's more or less a non-factor at this point. Number 2, you have Philip Dorsett, who's coming back from an injury as well, but looked good against the Jets, caught the touchdown. Then when you get to number 3, it gets interesting. Mohamed Sanu is probably your number 3 receiver right now, but Edelman's purely a slot guy. Sanu's going to be a slot guy, but he can play to the outside. He is a bigger receiver. Does this force him into more of an outside role? Of course, the other guy who could take an outside role is N'Keal Harry. He has the size. He has the experience in it. He is still a week away, and he has yet to play an NFL snap. So as you reset the depth chart, options 3 and 4 for Brady have not yet taken an NFL regular season snap with him. And we know how Brady is with the trust. That certainly makes the situation interesting. And then you have the wild card of Jacoby Myers. Does he sort of by default go to number 3, at least for now, ahead of Sanu and ahead of Harry, simply because he's been here and it looks like he's earned Tom Brady's trust? Or on pure talent alone, do those guys supersede him? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Jacoby Myers in these next couple of weeks. And then, of course, bringing up the end, really more of a special team or punt returner, you have Gunnar Olszewski. Although, remember, they did draw up plays specifically for him against the Giants. So clearly they feel that he can have some part in this offense as necessary. Again, Josh Gordon sent to IR. The expectation is he will be released. Your thoughts, leave them in the comments or on Twitter at PatriotsCLNS. This edition of the Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by Keeps.com. That's Keeps, KEEPS.com/garden for your first month free. With the Patriots Press Pass from Gillette Stadium, I'm Alex Barth for CLNS.